Have you ever felt the intuition to do something you really want or that you're really interested in? Or have you ever felt the urge to say something but you were unable to? As if waiting for somebody to come and give you permission, as if waiting for somebody to pat you in the back and tell you it's okay, you can say that, or it's okay, you can go ahead and get on that path? Well, if so, you might have surrendered your power to people and it has crippled the way you make decisions and the way you live your life. You have diminished your power in terms of decision making and diminished your power in the sense that you cannot allow yourself to do certain things because you are waiting for someone to tell you that it's okay to do so. In some sense, it could be linked to waiting on validation from people that you're actually living your life the way you should. In this video, we will discuss the signs that you might actually be limiting yourself by not allowing yourself to do things and practical ways that you can reclaim your power. And number one on the list is childhood conditioning. So growing up, of course, you need direction. Of course, you need to be told these are the set rules. You need to follow these rules. This is right and this is wrong. So growing up, all these things and all these ideas that are fed into us, when you grow up or when you step into adulthood, you need to now become yourself. You need to now figure out what you really want. You need to figure out, are these rules working for me? Are they not? But they are embedded in us, and unconsciously we find ourselves not going to the things that we want to do because we are afraid that we're going to break the rules. For example, if you've grown up in a family of doctors or lawyers, so you've grown up knowing that this is the right path to take, when you start having an interest for other things like artistic things, you want to be maybe a dancer, of course you're going to ignore your feelings and you're going to ignore that intuition in you that's telling you, I do not want to pursue law, I want to pursue this other thing, I want to pursue dancing as a career. It's unconventional. So you need permission because it's been unconsciously embedded in you that you cannot break the rules. And this is also intertwined with society. So if you find yourself, say, in a relationship and you feel that this relationship is not what I really want, but it's what that's been paraded for us to have. If, for example, you have different ideas, say you don't want a marriage or you don't want kids, you are going to feel like, no, my interest and whatever it is, my opinions, they're wrong because I need to follow the rules. And the rules say that you grow up, you get a husband or you get a wife and you get kids and you're a whole happy family. So if you feel like you are steering away from that and you feel this pull to not follow the rules, but you are unable to follow that pull because of some reason, the reason is because you are conditioned to want permission from people and you are scared of making your own decisions, because you don't want to break the rules. And this leads me to my second point, the fear of failure. So you might be scared of failing. So what if I actually go this other route and then it backfires on my face? Then people are going to be like, yeah, you see, we knew that would happen. That's why there are rules. That's why you need to follow the rules. But in real sense, even the most successful people, most of them, I think they actually defied the rules, honestly. They defied the rules. They were told this is what you're supposed to do and they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They followed their passions. They followed their intuition, right? So the fear of failure can cripple you into not pursuing the things you want to pursue because you're like, let me stick to what I know. I need to go and study law because that is what I know is not going to fail. I do not want to go and pursue dancing and I become a terrible dancer or I become a terrible musician, right? So you want to stay in the comfort zone because you're afraid of failure. And this is also something that you would not outright know is from you being afraid of making your own decisions because you do not have the power to give yourself the permission to do these things. The other point is low self-esteem. If you do not have self-confidence, if you do not believe in who you are, of course you're not going to go for what you want, right? If you do not believe that you are worthy enough, if you do not believe that your ideas are good enough, that your opinions are good enough, if you do not believe in your talent, you're waiting for other people to come and validate you that, yeah, actually that's a good idea, right? You should definitely pursue that goal. You should definitely do that. Then it's also a case of low self-esteem. You don't believe in yourself. So you limit yourself by waiting for others to validate you, and people will not always validate you. So you have an idea that you want to do, but you want to ask so many people, you know, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And the reason you're doing this is not from a point of, I want to hear people's opinions and then I will finally decide what I actually want to do from the information I get. It's from a point of, I want people to actually tell me that, yes, I want people to pat my back and tell me that, yes, this is a beautiful goal. You're going to make it in life. This is awesome. You're going to succeed, you know. But when people don't give you that, then you don't go for what you want. And the saddest thing is that there are costs to waiting for permission from other people. And this could come in the form of losing opportunities and staying stuck in the comfort zone. If it's in the corporate world, you are afraid of speaking your mind, or you're afraid of submitting your ideas that you think could really work for the company, but you're afraid that not going to be accepted well, or the bosses are not going to be receptive, or that your ideas are just going to be termed as useless and nothing and not good enough. You lose opportunities because you never know. What if it is the idea that the company has been waiting for to skyrocket sales, or, you know, make the company more successful? And if it's more successful, then you could also be more successful, and the experience that you get eventually could even make you start your own thing, right? And what if you have a talent, you have a really good talent, but you're afraid of putting it out there? This world is full of possibilities. You don't know what could come out from you putting yourself out there. So you just need to do it. And the other thing is that it's going to shrink you into living such a small life because you are so limited. You don't want to try new things. You're waiting for people to give you validation to do things. So you're never going to experience a purposeful life, or you're never going to experience a wholesome life, because you're so limited. You can only do something if someone says yes, you can do it. You can only go after what you want after a bunch of people have told you it's a good idea. You see how limiting that is? And even in terms of relationships, you could have surface level relationships because you don't want to go deep. You don't want to speak your mind. And if you speak your mind, from the reaction of your friends or your circle, you can know if these are people that I actually want to be in my circle or not. So being your authentic self can push you into being in a very, very healthy circle, even if it's also romantic relationships. If you are always doubting yourself, if you're always afraid that you cannot speak your mind and you cannot go after things because you're afraid that this person is not going to validate you, then you can never have a meaningful relationship. So there are practical steps that can help us in stepping into our real selves and being able to be confident enough to go after the things we want. And the first thing is to identify the root cause of your fear of giving yourself permission. So just find out, why am I so scared of going for the things that I want to go for or speak my mind? Is it the fear of failure? Is it something that is embedded in me from childhood? Just try and find out. And the way you can find out is by being very in tune with yourself and being very observant. Anytime that you feel you've hesitated to do something, you could just stop and ask yourself why. You could also even journal about it. You know, anytime that you feel, I have hesitated to do this thing, you could ask yourself why. Anytime that you've spoken in a group setting, and then immediately thought, what, do I really believe that? Or did I just say that for the sake of saying that, or because it's what everyone else is saying? So just really be in tune with your emotions and really be in tune with who you really are. And the other thing that can help you is using permission statements. So just be like, I give myself permission to create. I give myself permission to fail. I give myself permission to succeed. I give myself permission to go after this thing. And if it works out, good. If it does not, then I'll learn from them, right? Every time you find yourself hesitating to do something, just tell yourself, allow yourself to feel these emotions and be like, I give myself permission to love, to forgive, to put boundaries. I give myself permission to say no because it's what I really want to do. So just start using permission statements, and eventually you're going to get used to it. And now things that were so hard for you to do or say are going to become easier as you go by. For like a couple of weeks now, I've just been like, what if this video doesn't resonate with people? What if this topic is is stupid, you know. But then I was like, I give myself permission to try and fail. I give myself permission to come here and do this video and just be okay with it, because it's something that I really want to do, right? I wanted to talk about this, so I am giving myself permission to do this. I was actually supposed to do this video a long time ago, but I could not. It's like I was like, I don't know if this is good enough, right? But I give myself permission. I give myself permission to create whatever it is I want to create. If there's a week that I don't know what to talk about, I give myself permission to say that I do not have enough ideas, or I do not think that this is a good idea. Let me try another idea. I just give yourself permission to be flexible, right? Give yourself permission to live a full life that is crazy, you know, and that is not always perfect. Give yourself permission to fail. So using permission statements could really help you out on this journey. And also listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. If your intuition is telling you something, just follow it. And don't wait for permission from other people to follow your intuition. Other people don't know your intuition. You're the only one who knows what your sixth sense is saying. You're the only one who knows that itch that you have to do something. So just follow it. Stop waiting around, just follow it. And also start small, however way this may play out for you. If it's setting boundaries and saying no to people because it's becoming too much. If it's people pleasing, say no to people pleasing, you know. Just start small, and then eventually these small things are going to compound into you being someone who no longer needs permission from people. You have the right to live your life the way you want to live it without limitations. You have the right to exist in this world and to live through this world, having done the things that you really want to do, having done the things that your heart desires. So stop being afraid of going for the things that you want to do, or saying the things that you want to say. Okay, you literally have all the power. Just take your power back. Do not let people have this power over you. You have the authority, because it's your life at the end of the day. That was my topic for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comment section if you have been in this situation before, and let me know if those tips are things that you would actually try, and I'll be glad to engage with you. See you on the next one, guys. Bye.